scholars. We belong to teaching fraternity and today we will discuss role of teacher as counselor in stress management. A teacher is a friend, philosopher and guide to the students and his or her role is as a counselor in every aspect of student, that is in teaching learning process, behavioral aspects, and in today's scenario when stress has emerged as a very demeaning, very deteriorating aspects, it is the duty of teacher to consult, to orient the student about what kind of stress, what kind of stress he or she is experiencing. So, role of teacher has become very much important. So, for this presentation, for this elaboration, we can in the outline we can discuss it in three parts. Part 1 is general awareness, part 2 is stress at work and part 3 is self-help. When we talk about the general awareness outline, the first one shall be what is stress? What are the types of stresses for individuals and also for stress origin and body systems, adaptation syndrome, symptoms, costs of stress, discussion and questions, that will be the next part. So, what is stress? Stress is the reaction people have to excessive pressure or other type of demand placed upon them. It arises when they worry that they can't cope, the things which cannot be achieved when we desire a lot and we are in constant urge of achieving our goal. Here stress comes. So, this is the reaction with excessive pressure in some we can say. Now, what is stress? Stress is the wear and tear our minds and bodies experience as we attempt to cope with our continually changing environment. So, it is related with the coping up. So, this is stress. And now, if we define it, definition, it is several definition, but in my view we can define it in this: S is equal to P, that is greater than R. Stress occurs when the pressure is greater than the resource. We are in constant search of resources, but the pressure to achieve these resources, it gives us stress. Now, stress feelings, what are stress feelings? Worry, being tense, being tired, being frightened, being elated, being depressed, anxious and anger. These are the feelings of stress. Now, types of stressors. What are stressors? Which give stress. Stressors are the elements, stressors are the cause root elements which give stress, and it can be categorized into two areas, that is external and internal. External stressors are physical environment, social interaction, organizational, major life events and daily hassles. We see that there are several aspects. Physical environment is very much creating stress these days. The kind of pollution, noise pollution, various competitive area where we have to go road mapping, various distance areas. So, physical environment in which we live, whether it is with hazards, whether it is with environmental hazard, whether it is created by man-made hazards. So, physical environment is the external stressor. Social interaction, when a person is having low esteem, he or she is unable to interact in society in proper way. So, social interaction can be external stressors. Organizational, there are various aspects in any organization to achieve our goal, to be successful, to in a given time limit. So, organizational stressors are also very prime cause of these kind of stress. Now, major life events. In our lifespan, we have several events. Some events are happy events, some are very sad. So, major life events can also be reason for stressor, and these can be categorized in the external stressors and daily hassles. Daily lifespan, daily issues, daily house chores, daily chores which are related to the livelihood, which are related to the our bread and butter, these kind of hassles, these also cause stress. Physical environment, noise, bright lights, heat, confined spaces, these are the stressors. In a low light, we have learned various theories in management, various theories in our books, that these are the essential things which are related to our environment, and these being low in quantity can also cause stress. Noise, whether it is very low or very loud, bright lights, heat, and confined spaces which is being uncomfortable, which is making uncomfortable to us to work smoothly, can create stress to an individual. Now, social interaction, rudeness of a person, bossiness of a person, being it is our peer, being it our colleague, being it our superior, being our senior, these are the stress which can be by social interaction. Aggressiveness by others, bullying. In classroom situation also students face this, rudeness of their peers, bossiness of their peers, aggressiveness by others, and bullying by other peer group members. So, these can be categorized in the social interaction stressors. Now, organizational rules, regulations, deadlines, as we discussed, that given in a given time period when we have to abide the rules, regulations, and we have to achieve our goals in a certain time period, that are called deadlines. In deadlines we have to achieve our goals. So, stress can be organizational stressor also. Major life events in our life, that is curriculum, peer pressure, competitive edge, stress related to academic environment, evaluation related change and stress, sociometry in the class, stress related to social status. Inclusive education is a current buzz these days. So, being inclusive in the class, inclusive classroom status is also needed, structure is also needed. So, stress related to social status also comes in the classroom situation. So, sociometry in the class, when students do not come in as a whole structure, when different certain groups are made in the classroom, whether very notorious students, very bright students, certain groups are made, this is called sociometry. So, a person is not able to mingling up, not able to mix up in that particular group, it also creates a stress. Evaluation related change and stress, examination related changes, environment that is related to academic environment, and competitive edge. Competition is growing day by day these days, and to achieve, to go into a certain profession which we are willing to. So, these also create stress. Peer pressure. If we see a person is very good in studies, a peer is very good in co-curricular activities. So, these kind of pressure, when we want to come up, we be at par to that student, that create peer pressure, curriculum related, syllabus related. Now, daily hassles, commuting is a daily hassle which create stress. Misplaced keys, very light way, in very light note, it is just an example. When we misplace any key, it also creates a stress in a very low form. And mechanical breakdowns, with mechanical breakdown, whether it is a car, whether it is our daily commuting means which we take, it creates also daily hassle. We do not come on time to our organization, and it is a stress, definitely it is a stress. Now, internal stressors, that is lifestyle choices, negative self-talk, mind traps, personality traits. So, lifestyle choices, when we have chosen a life which is very busy, which creates very much ineffectiveness in our desires, very much ineffectiveness in the steps we take to achieve our life goals of life, it is lifestyle choices. Negative self-talk, being depressed all the time, being negative in our thinking, in our steps which we take, decision we take for our life, which is, this is called negative self-talk. It also creates stress. And mind traps, when we think of a particular area, when we think of a certain thing which gives us stress, this is mind trap. When we think all the time of a same topic, the same thing, which gives negativity in our personality, which makes us depressed, it is called mind trap. So, this is also a cause of stress. Now, personality traits, every person has individual personality. So, if we try to attain others' personality, when we try to imitate other person's personality, it gives also stress. So, one has to be individual of his or her own kind. Lifestyle choices, that is caffeine, lack of sleep, overloaded schedule, or different kind of things. We see drugs are there in school system, students are very much being addicted to drugs, alcohol and also caffeine. These are the things which are the lifestyle choices by the individual, and also it gives stress. Negative self-talk, what is negative self-talk? Pessimistic thinking, self-criticism, over-analyzing of everything and criticizing the self, it creates stress. Mind traps are unrealistic expectations, taking things personally, all or nothing thinking, exaggeration, rigid thinking, these are the mind traps. Now, personality traits. What are the personality traits which create stress? Perfectionist. I am not taking it in negative way. Being perfectionist is a good thing, but overdoing of being perfectionist is, it gives stress to individual. Now, workaholic. Work is necessary, work is worship, but being workaholic means overdoing the thing, overdoing anything, it creates individual incompetent in a way, in a certain way it brings various things which a person becomes incompetent and brings stress to a person. Now, types of stress, negative stress, positive stress. Now, we will discuss, can stress be positive? Negative we all know, but how it is positive we will discuss. Now, first we will discuss negative stress. It is a contributory factor in minor conditions such as headaches, digestive problems, skin complaints, insomnia and ulcers. Excessive, prolonged and unrelieved stress can have a harmful effect on mental, physical and spiritual health. What is positive stress? This is very important and very interesting too. Stress can also have a positive effect, spurring motivation and awareness, providing the stimulation to cope with challenging situations. Stress also provides the sense of urgency and alertness needed for survival when confronting threatening situation. Now, the individual. Everyone is different with unique perceptions of and reactions to events. There is no single level of stress that is optimal for all people. Some are more sensitive owing to experience in childhood, the influence of teachers, parents and religion, etc. Most of the stress we experience is self-generated. How we perceive life, whether an event makes us feel threatened or stimulated, encouraged or discouraged, happy or sad, depends to a large extent on how we perceive ourselves. Self-generated stress is something of a paradox because so many people think of external causes when they are upset. Recognizing that we create most of our own upsets is an important first step towards coping with them. Now, the stress response. How we respond to the stress. Endocrine system. Endocrine system responses to stress in a way controlled by the endocrine system, which demands on the physical or mental systems of the body result in hormone secretion, adrenaline, testosterone, etc. Endocrine system responses are increased pupil dilation, perspiration. We can see a stressed person perspirates, increased heart rate and blood pressure. It is quite visible also. A stressed person has increased rate of blood pressure, rapid breathing, muscle tenses, increased mental alertness. Now, general adaptation syndrome. alarm response, adaptation, exhaustion. Alarm responses are, this is the fight or flight response that prepares the body for immediate action. Adaptation phase is called, if the source persists, the body prepares for long term protection, secreting hormones to increase blood or sugar level. This phase is common and not necessarily harmful, but must include periods of relaxation and rest to counterbalance the stress response. Fatigue, concentration lapses, irritability and lethargy result as the stress turns negative. Now, what is exhaustion? In chronic stress situation, sufferers enter the exhaustion phase. Emotional, physical and mental resources suffer heavily. The body experiences adrenal exhaustions, leading to decreased stress tolerance, progressive mental and physical exhaustion, illness and collapse. Now, we will discuss what are the symptoms of stress. Physical symptoms, mental symptoms, behavioral symptoms and emotional symptoms. Physical symptoms that can be categorized in sleep pattern changes. A stressed person changes its sleep pattern. We start sleeping very less, or sometimes if we are much stressed, we sleep very much. So, either it can be a low area or in a vast area. So, sleep pattern changes. Fatigue, a stressed person seems tired. So, fatigue is another physical symptom. Digestion changes, loss of sexual drive, headaches, aches and pains, infections, indigestion, dizziness, fainting, sweating and trembling, tingling hands and feet, breathlessness, palpitation, missed heartbeats. Now, mental symptoms, lack of concentration. Yes, mental symptoms is lack of concentration, memory lapses, difficulty in making decisions, confusion, disorientation and panic attacks. These are the symptoms of a stressed person, which is categorized into mental symptoms of stress. Now, behavioral symptoms. We can discuss it. Appetite changes. A stressed person's appetite changes, too much or too little. He starts eating too much or a very little. Eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia, increased intake of alcohol and other drugs, increased smoking. We have seen in our surroundings, the person who is more stressed starts smoking or smokes frequently. So, these are the symptoms. Restlessness, a person who is stressed seems restlessness. Now, fidgeting, nail biting, hypochondria. Emotional symptoms are bouts of depression. A person seems very much depressed and he talks about depressive things, depressive feelings. He seems in depression. Impatient, the person becomes very impatient and arrogant. Fits of rage, he becomes very arrogant due to impatient and depression. Tearfulness, with emotional outburst, he or she becomes tearful. Deterioration of personal hygiene and appearance. Stress related to illness. When we become ill, that kind of stress is called stress related to illness. That comes in cardiovascular diseases, immune system disease, asthma, diabetes. These are the cause of stress. So, digestive disorders, ulcers, skin complaints, that is psoriasis and many other skin problems, headaches and migraines, premenstrual syndrome and depression. Now, cost of stress. 80% of all modern diseases have their origins in stress. See how important to study this stress and how to overcome the stress. It is very important. So, because it is very costly in the term of human aspects which are being damaged. So, in the UK, 40 million working days per year are lost directly from stress related illness, a study shows. Cost in absenteeism in British industry is estimated as $1.5 billion per year. Now, when we talk on the classroom situation, what is stress? types of stress, individual, stress origin, body system, adaptation syndrome, symptoms and cost of stress. These were the summary of the part 1 which we have discussed. Now self-help, how we can cope up with the with the stress. This comes under this head, how we can help ourselves. Causes of stress, identification and admission, coping strategies, these are the part. Now not all the stress we experience is generated at work. This is the first statement. Sometimes it is created by us too. Now causes of stress, external stresses and internal stresses. External stresses are death of loved one, divorce, separation, imprisonment, injury, illness, marriage, engagement, loss of job, retirement, pregnancy, changes in financial status, change in job, work, mortgage or loan, change in responsibilities, moving house, holidays, Christmas, minor violation of law. These are the external stresses related to major life events. Recognize the problem, how we can help ourselves with recognition. The most important point is to recognize the source of the negative stress. This is not an admission of weakness or inability to cope. It is a way to identify the problem and plan measure to overcome it. So friends, now how to control the stress? The strategy, we can say in short ABC strategy. A is awareness. What causes you stress? How do you react? When we start thinking about stress and when we stop reacting on stress, so we can be aware. So the strategy is being aware. Now balance, maintaining the balance between stress management. There is a fine line between positive and negative stress. So think positive. C is control. What can you do to help yourself combat the negative effects of stress? Now stress management techniques. This is very important aspect. Change your thinking. Be positive. Change your behavior. Change your lifestyle. Change your thinking. How we can change our thinking? Reframing. Positive thinking. Reframing is a technique to change the way you look at things in order to feel better about them. There are many ways to interpret the same situation to pick the one you like. When we start thinking the glass is half full, it is a positive thinking. But when we think glass is half empty, it is negative thinking. So reframing does not change the external reality but helps you to view things in a different light and less stressfully. What is positive thinking? Forget powerlessness, dejection, despair, failure. Stress leaves us vulnerable to negative suggestions. So focus on positives. Focus on your strengths. Learn from the stress you are under. Look for opportunities, new opportunities. Seek out the positive. Make a change. Change your behavior. Be assertive. Get organized. Ventilation. Remain in good ventilation. Humor. Maintain your humor. Diversion and distraction. Be assertive. Equality and basic rights. The right to express my feeling. The right to express opinion. The right to say yes or no to yourself. Right to change your mind. Right to say I don't understand. Yes, you are free to say teacher I don't understand and ask her in a positive way. Right to be yourself, not acting for the benefit of others. This will give positive changes. The right to decline responsibility for other people's problem. The right to make reasonable requests to others. The right to set my own priority. The right to be listened to and taken seriously. Being assertive, assertive people and assertive skills. Establish good eye contact. Talk in a firm steady voice. Stand or sit comfortably. Don't fidget. Use body language. I think, I feel. Be open. What do you think? How do you feel? Concise and the point. So, benefits are higher self-esteem. With these kind of control, these kind of stress management, you will have higher self-esteem, less self-conscious, less anxious, manage stress more successfully, appreciate yourself and others more easily, feeling of self-control, and get organized. Poor organization is the one of the most common causes of stress. Now time management very much needed. Make a list, cut out time wasting, learn to drop unimportant activities, say no to delegate, and plan your day. Set achievable goals. Don't waste time making excuses for not doing something. Ventilation. Writing a diary or notes may help release feeling, but do not reread what has been written. A problem shared, a problem halved. So, this is called mental ventilation. Maintain your humor. Good stress reducer. Applies at home and work. Relieves muscular tension. Improves breathing. So, maintain your humor. Diversion and distraction. Take time out, get away from things that bother you, doesn't solve the problem, reduce stress level, calm down, think logically. It is a famous proverb, think up to 10 when you get anxious, when you get arrogant. So change your lifestyle, good diet, smoking and alcohol, exercise, sleep, leisure and relaxation. You have to change your lifestyle under these headings. Now diet. Healthy eating habits. Please develop healthy eating habits. Cut off caffeine, cut off salt, smoking and alcohol. Just stop. Benefits of exercise is very much talked about these days, and exercise has major benefits in your lifestyle, in your body, physical, mental status. So, uses of excess energy released by the fight or flight reaction, improves blood circulation, lowers blood pressure. Friends, just experience these things by doing exercise and you would feel better. You will reduce your stress. Clears the mind of worrying thoughts. It improves self-image, makes you feel better about yourself, increases social contact. Sleep, good sleep is very much needed. Leisure, develop interest, gives you break from the stages, provides outlet for relief, provides social contact. So, leisures can make you refresh. Benefits of relaxation: lowers blood pressure, combats fatigue, promotes sleep, reduces pain, eases muscle tension. Now decreases mental worries, increases concentration, increases productivity, increases clear thinking. Alternatives are for stress management: conventional medicine, counseling and psychotherapy, relaxation, meditation, massage, yoga, acupuncture, aromatherapy, flotation, herbalism, biofeedback, homeopathy, osteopathy, religious therapy, reflexology. These are the alternatives of stress management and much more. But we have to self-help first. So, in summary we can say we have discussed about the causes of stress. What are the causes? What are the factors? Identification and admission, how it affects us, and the ways to control stress and alternative methods which are responsible for making us stress free. Friends, with these measures we can have a good life, because a sound body needs a sound mind too, and with stress management we can maintain our healthy lifestyle and be a good teacher educator. Thank you very much.